Hey guys.
Stop it. Get some help.
I have a dentist appointment in like 2 hours and I'm stoked.
Are you sure about that?
I got a ring light and I got a tripod, so I hope that increases the quality of my videos. Okay, I seem really distracted in this video and I just want to apologize because Richard got in a car accident literally like an hour before I filmed this. And so I was super off, and I'll mention that again, but it gets a little bit better, but like during the beginning it's pretty bad, so just bear with me. Thank you. Today we are going to be talking about high school relationships. We're going to be talking about the good and the bad. If I seem like super distracted, Richard just got in a car accident. He's okay, but he got T-boned, and so I'm like kind of dealing with stuff, but I have to film now because I'm getting a filling, and if I film after I won't be able to talk. So let's just get into this. Let's just hop right into it. Kind of clarify, like, not everybody's relationship is the same. It's my experiences, it's what I've been through, and it's not necessarily going to be the same as what you guys have been through or what you guys have experienced, and that's okay. I've been in a relationship for a little bit over a year now, and I have a promise ring. Ooh, so pretty. I'm just like, this is just like a general thing and like how I've experienced it and how like I got through it and like stuff like that. So I have a really fun drinking game. Just drink every time I say like. The first thing is you're gonna lose your friends. Like no matter how hard you try or like, I don't know, you're gonna lose or you're gonna drift away from your friends. Like it's kind of inevitable at a point, because especially when you like first start dating, like you're gonna want to put your time towards a new relationship. It's with anything, even with friends. Like once you get a new friend, like you're gonna want to hang out with them more. And so I'm like so distracted. I'm literally so distracted. And you have a boyfriend in high school and you go from like single to partying and like all of this stuff and, you know, meeting all these different kinds of people to in a relationship, everything kind of changes. I know this happened to me. You're gonna like kind of distance from your friends, and it's not even because you want to or you mean to or you're like you don't love them anymore or you don't want to see them, but it just kind of turns into this thing where it's you are gonna spend time relaxing instead of partying, and then you kind of like lose similarities and like things in common with your friends. So the good thing about this is that you have a person. Friends are really good, and like you need your friends, and it's not exactly that you lose them, it's just that you kind of refrain from the things they're doing, especially if they're single. If they're in a relationship, it's a little bit different. You kind of can go on double dates and like do this and that, but if they're single especially, you're gonna like kind of drift. In my case, I was just like really ready to hunker down. The next thing is you're gonna feel like really good about yourself. The first like couple months, you're gonna feel so good. You're like falling in love and you are getting to know somebody like really personally, and it's so exciting. Your self-esteem and like your ego goes real, like it starts to kind of get bigger. Like, yeah, I have a boyfriend. That's like the first like 3 months. Like the first 3 months is like the honeymoon phase, and like you feel really great about everything and everything is really picture perfect. And then you kind of get to like 4 months, it's kind of like you're still really in love and like learning more and more, but it's kind of like that honeymoon phase is kind of dying down because you already pretty much know everything about this person. Then you get to like 6 months ish, and then that's when like you really learn like if you're gonna stay, if you're really in it for the long run, all of that. So you get to about 7 months, things are kind of getting good again. Like You've seen this person at their worst, you've seen them at their best, you've kind of taken in everything and realized like I'm good. Everything kind of just starts to feel like stable. You love this person unconditionally and they love you unconditionally. But then let's get into the bad part. Having someone that loves you like this and like really is there for you, and you know, you have a good day, you text them, tell them. You have a bad day, you text them, you tell them. Like everything is really great. But on the bad days, you kind of know how to hurt that person and you know how to get to them if you've known them for so long and you've seen them in states that are not great. So if you're mad, you know how to get to them. And I think that's when it becomes like really toxic and not good. And not permanently, maybe it's just for like a conversation. But when you know how to hurt this person, it kind of turns into games. But I'm not saying that if you are in a toxic relationship, if you are in, you know, an abusive relationship, mentally, physically, emotionally, any of that, that's not an excuse to stay. Like, you get out. Like, it's so much easier said than done too, but there's points where it's just not right. So the longer you're with someone, the more time you invest in them, obviously, and the more you might feel like maybe you'll feel like you're missing out. And you're really not missing much, because it's so hard to not feel like the grass is always greener. But at the end of the day, you can still party. You just have someone to go home with. You always have that backbone. But when you invest in someone like that, when things are bad, you've spent so much time with them. And so it's like you don't want to give that away. I know people that have felt like that and have been so miserable because they're just not happy anymore, and they're just staying because they've been together for so long. And that's hard, you know. I can understand where they're coming from. I've never felt that way, but I've known many people that have. And so I think that it's important to really evaluate and like don't lose yourself in someone else. Even if you've invested all of your time in them, you know, you still have to realize that you're your own person, and maybe there is something better if you are truly not happy. But with this being said, you can't throw away a really good relationship. If you are happy, if you love that person, if they love you, like, things might just be a little bit rough, you still can't, you know, give up because things are hard. Like, that's the point where you need to like kind of put your instant emotion aside and like bring out your long-term feelings. The next thing that's like kind of weird / cool is like you start to feel like an adult, like especially in high school. You go from like, you know, doing high school things, partying, you know, that's pretty much like, you know, like you party, you talk to different people, you like live your life in your, like, not in a bad selfishness, but like in a selfish way. And then, you know, you get into this long, deep relationship where it's like you really truly start to like love someone and not live completely for someone else, but like you do things for other people, and it kind of makes you grow as a person at the same time. You know, people are going to start rumors about you, and this is kind of another way that you see someone's true colors, you know. I think to have a really successful long-term relationship, you really have to have like your whole heart in it for the long run. Like, you can't just be like, I'm just dating this person just to date them, because you see people like that and they have dated for like years, and it's like, how do they do that? They don't, you know, they're laid back and they don't do this and they don't do that. So for the rest of the video, the lighting, it's kind of, oh my gosh, I almost dropped my phone on my face. No, the rest of the video, it's kind of like the lighting's a little bit whack and my face is overexposed, but if you can handle that, I'm still learning how to do all of this and use the ring light and my camera because I don't have a viewfinder. So bear with me. I appreciate you guys so much. And thank you so much for all your support. And I know this has kind of been all over the place, but stick around till the end. Everybody has feelings. Everybody feels ways about their relationship. And like, you have to remember, they always end up breaking up. Like, they always do. If you're not in it 100%, if you're in it 99%, then something is wrong and you're gonna show that one way or another, or the other person's gonna show it one way or another. You have to be completely invested emotionally wise. Like, you can't go out and party all the time when they're at home, you know. Like, you can't just be like, oh well, they understand because we've been together for so long. When you know, and when it comes to like how you feel about someone, maybe that's what you like. Maybe you like someone that doesn't really like cater to you, not in a, like, you know what I mean. Not everybody has the same relationship. You can't go off of someone else's advice if they don't really understand fully what's going on. So it kind of gets, that's where it gets like sticky, is when you go to other people for your whole relationship, because you have to remember, it's just you and that other person at the end of the day. I had like a bunch of things written down and I was really excited and I was practicing what I was going to say, but Richard's car accident came up and I've been very distracted today, so I'm really truly sorry if this is not what you guys wanted. And if you guys want me to do like a part 2, like where I'm less distracted and I have more to say and more to think about, more time to think about it, please like this video. Just tell me in the comments. Make sure to subscribe. I am so excited. I have 25 subscribers. I'm like really excited. I actually have 24 now because someone unsubscribed. And I'm just coming on here sharing my life, how I feel. It's so amazing. Like, I'm so lucky to like be able to do this. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so sorry if I was like weird, distracted, didn't give my 100%. I have things going on right now, but everybody's okay, if you guys were wondering. And I would love to do a part 2 of this and maybe make it a little bit better or do a different video. If you guys want to see something else, let me know. I'm sorry to ramble. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Thank you. Mwah.